Hi guys,
Hello.
it's Erica and Lucy, and we're here to run over some of the best apps that help with all of the academic success categories. So like
Yes.
time management, studying, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on organization, self-care, studying, like Lucy said, productivity, time management, and goal setting, all which are big ideas here at NSU-TTC, and we want to make sure that you guys succeed. So here are our top 6 favorite apps that we use regularly to see ourselves succeed, and now it's time for us to show you.
Hope you enjoy.
Okay guys, so the first app that we're going to be using today is Quizlet. So right here on the screen that you see is just the Quizlet profile screen, and it shows what type of account you have, your email, username, and your password. And so then from there we can go to the home page, and this is a brand new account, so this is how like it starts up if you make an account. If you already have a Quizlet account, you're going to have a different page. So this is what your homepage is going to look like. You have the search button, the create button, and searching, you can search for sets, classes, users. If you have a friend who has a Quizlet account and wants to share a set of flashcards, you could totally look up their name and then find the flashcards. If your professors use Quizlet, because some professors do, you can search up classes, and sets, you can just search up any set that you need. So for example, if you need a Chemistry 2 set, you can totally search Chemistry 2 set for whatever topic that you need, and it will most likely be there. Or you can create your own material, which is what I'm going to go over with you guys today. So creating your own material, you have to put like a title for your card set. So just for the sake of here, I'm going to say NSU. So after you name your set, you can look at the term and the definition. The term is going to be one side of the flashcard, and the definition is going to be the other side. So for example, if I want to define test-taking anxiety, I would put it in the term section, and in the definition, I can put the definition here. And then that works. Or something that I recommend as an academic success coach to my students, and I recommend as well to you guys, is instead of doing it by term and definition, make yourself a question so that you already are in the state of having questions asked to you as if it were on a test, and you could answer those questions. So for example, you can say, instead of just test-taking anxiety, you can say something as easy as, what is test-taking anxiety? And then after that, you can say, what are the signs of test-taking anxiety? Then you guys can do that, and that's how you can split up your cards and how you can study effectively. So I really recommend Quizlet, and I really recommend making your own Quizlet, because then you can use your own language, your own ideas, and your own tips to ensure your own success for your upcoming exam, quiz, essay, anything that you need to do.
All right, and for our second recommendation is everyone's favorite app, TikTok. TikTok can be a great way to find information and advice from individuals recommending different academic success skills and strategies. Things such as time management skills, organization, motivation, goal setting, note-taking, test-taking, and study skills. A lot of the videos on TikTok can actually be extremely informational, with a lot of the info within the video being backed up by research and evidence. TikTok is also great for watching well-informed and good advice based on videos in a short amount of time. So instead of researching an article that takes about 5 to 10 minutes to read through, or going on YouTube and watching someone talk about acquiring different academic skills for another, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, you can visualize and listen to someone on TikTok list off some strategies and explain them for only 60 seconds or less, saving you a lot more of your valuable time. As an example for some of the videos that you can find on TikTok that will definitely benefit you academically, I'm gonna go ahead and play some that I found with just a quick study skill search. I just typed in study skills into the search bar on TikTok, and here are some of the videos that came up that were actually pretty beneficial. So here is Exhibit A.
If you've been studying for hours but feel like you're forgetting everything immediately after, I have a solution for you. In the 1800s, a German psychologist, Hermann Ebbinghaus, showed that we forget 50% of everything we learned within the first hour. He called it the forgetting curve. Later studies showed that if you space out the information you're learning, you will remember more details and forget things slower. So use the following formula for some memory magic. At the end of the study session, spend 5 minutes reviewing what you had just learned. Do it again after a short break. Do it again at the end of the day. And the next morning after you learned. Review the material a week later. And then review every couple of weeks until it sticks permanently.
And here is Exhibit B for the videos.
Study tips you needed to know, like yesterday.
I used to spend hours drawing detailed diagrams and making detailed notes. That feels really productive, and that's what our teachers always tell us to do, but it is extremely ineffective compared to active recall. Active recall is where instead of taking notes, you just write down questions for yourself to answer later to retrieve that information. I use the app Notion for all of my active recall notes. It's actually better to batch our work in subjects. Teachers always tell us don't finish the assignment on Monday, but it's actually kind of wrong. Studies have shown that when we're constantly switching from different subjects like English to math, it's actually harder for our brain to really get deep into the work.
Please do keep in mind that when you are using TikTok, the app is made for entertainment purposes, which is fine. But if you are going on the app for some sort of academic goal, make sure to stay focused and determined to achieve that when opening the app.
So the next app that we wanted to share with you guys is something called Insight Timer. Insight Timer is actually a meditation app, and one of the biggest things that we as academic success coaches really try to emphasize is the idea of self-care and self-growth and being able to have a growth mindset. And with that, school can be super overwhelming, and it is completely normal. It's completely something that happens to every college student. Therefore, this app can definitely help because there's so much you can do when it comes to meditation, and they give you so many options. So for example, they have the timer, guided courses, so for new parents, beginners, if you've never meditated before, if you're having trouble sleeping, they have a sleep meditation series. And they have a bunch of free meditations, specifically 80,000. If you want to become a member, you totally can become a member. It does cost some money, but they do have over 80,000 free meditations that you can choose from the different sections that I mentioned before. So for the sake of this one, we're going to choose a guided meditation. And there's so many different ones you can choose. They have beginner kits that include learning to meditate, coping with anxiety, mindfulness, and all of that. So once you choose a specific grouping, it brings you to this page here, where they have beginner kits that say learning to meditate, coping with anxiety, mindfulness at work, managing stress, and so much more. They have sections that are for beginners, the ones that are new and trending, the popular ones. They list all the 80,000 free meditations that you can do, and they also just list them through A through Z if you know exactly what you're looking for. So they also have a benefits section, so if you want to benefit spiritually, you can. You can also look at the benefits area that shows different ways that you can benefit from meditation. So it could be through stress and anxiety, or you can benefit in your relationships, benefit in your sleep, benefit in healing, and so much more. And then they have different concentration practices, as well as different origins that you can choose from. So you have so many options just for you to meditate, and you can even filter it by time. So let's say that you have a class in a half an hour but you're really overwhelmed, you can do a meditation for 15 minutes, and they can give you ones that are just 15 minutes long, and you can see which one will best suit you at the time that you need it. With that, you can also bookmark some in your library. You can save some on playlists. You can see what you recently have played. And then this is your account. If you want to make an account, you can, and that's how you can save everything and then log in through other devices so you can always have your Insight Timer with you. But that is Insight Timer, and that is something that I think everybody should benefit from because it really clears your mind and gets you in a stress-free zone for just a little bit, which is something everybody deserves.
This next app we would like to go over is called Flora. Flora is the free version of the app, but this app is perfect for individuals who struggle with staying off their phone during designated study time. The concept is pretty simple. Essentially, you set a timer for the amount of time you would like to study, and then a virtual tree is planted on the app. Once you begin studying, if you open your phone before the timer on the app is up, you will end up killing the tree and have to start over. I personally just really love this app because I know I personally have a hard time staying focused when I try to sit down and study, and this app just kind of turns focusing to get your schoolwork completed into a fun game. And also, through the game, you can collect coins, and once you collect enough coins, you can actually save up to purchase a real tree that will actually be planted. So, super environmentally friendly as well.
Okay guys, and now for this app that I want to share with you. This is called Notability, and Notability is a great app for you to use if you have an iPad or a tablet of some sort, and if you also have an Apple Pencil or any sort of writing utensil that you can use for that device. So what you can do is that you can actually upload any PowerPoint presentations from your professors or your teachers or anything like that. You can upload it to Notability and then write directly on it and follow along on Notability. So for example, I uploaded this chapter here and I have notes all over it, and I know what I can highlight, I know what I can underline, I can see the whole presentation just like how my professor would and write on it exactly. With that, you don't only have to write on PowerPoints, you can also make your own notes. So for example, I would make myself a study schedule and I could write everything that I need on this piece of paper. In addition, you can also organize all your notes. So for example, I have mine organized by semester. So I have winter 2020, and those are all the classes and all the notes that I took during winter 2020. This actually is a perfect example of taking notes and write on the PowerPoint and underlining and making important note of things that you need to know for the exam or specific details that the professor covered that are not on the PowerPoint. So that's my winter 2020 folder, and then I have my fall 2020 folder, and then I also have my winter 2021 folder in which everything is organized and everything is in its correct spot. So if I need to find something for my chemistry 2 class, I can easily just go to that folder and find what I need. You can also look on there and you can upload PDFs. And if you upload PDFs, you can write directly on them, and if you need to, you can even rename them if you'd like to whatever you want. So I can write either experiment 24, or if this was experiment 23 or something, I could easily change it. So you can do that as well. When you guys make a new note, you can rename it, like I mentioned before, and there's different options that you can do. So you can choose the pencil and choose between so many different colors and so many different sizes of pen or pencil that you want to use. You can also use the highlighter, which could help with, like I said, highlighting important notes, and they come in various different colors. There's also the eraser, so if you need to erase something, you can just erase it like that. There's a cutting tool, so if I wrote notes saying I can easily take the cutting tool, circle it, and move it around where I need, cut it completely, or do anything like that. The touch tool here is good if you want to scroll through and if you don't want to take notes. And then also what's really cool about Notability is that if you have notes, you can share them through email, Google Drive. You can either use, say, other apps, share it as a PDF, and share it through AirDrop or any other apps that you want to share, or your text messages or anything like that. So that's going to be super helpful for you guys to organize yourselves and to make sure that you have the notes where they need to be. You can also change the types of pages. So for example, this is a lined paper. If I needed graph paper, I can easily just pick my paper type and change it to graph paper, dot paper, anything that I need. You can even change the color of all of them. So if you're somebody who likes the legal pad type of look, you can definitely change it to the legal pad type of look, and you have that set. So that is Notability for you guys. It is a very beneficial tool, and if you need more of a tutorial on how it works, there's always other videos that you guys can look at fully understand how it works, but that was basically the rundown of it and how it could basically help organize your life.
All right, so the sixth and final app we're going to recommend is Khan Academy. Khan Academy in general is an amazing educational resource, but the app that they have actually made is such a wonderful way to access free learning sources in a very organized fashion. The app itself is set up to provide information and a better understanding of a lot of the STEM-based field subjects for the app user. They have many different categories you can look into, as well as so many different subcategories. Within the actual app, there are many different ways to learn this information. They have a range of articles to videos to practice quizzes and so much more. Not only does this app provide a large quantity of information that you might need for your classes, but it also provides a lot of helpful tips and information that you can use for things such as test prep, and here's some of the different tests listed, but also like life skills, which are super useful. In general, this app is just amazing in so many different ways, but it is such a useful tool for studying as well as getting additional information for an upcoming quiz, paper, or exam.
Hey guys, so welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the sixth app that Lucy and I recommend to ensure your success as a college or any type of student.
And if you guys have any further questions, I will link the NSU TTC academic success and just the TTC Instagram below. And feel free to contact us through there. And if you guys have any recommendations for studying apps, feel free to comment below on the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and stay productive.